Hello, my name is Muhammad Al-Mahdi, and I'd like to introduce to you Already in Motion Towing Company. So let's start with our target customer, who is the private property owner. In particular, it's the residential building owner or property manager, or the commercial business owner or his manager, based in Baltimore City, which has a private parking lot. So their problem is that they have unauthorized parked vehicles on their private property. If it's a business, that means that customers can't park, can't get in, can't purchase goods. That costs the business money. If it's a residence, that means that you have angry residents because they can't find parking once they get home. They don't have the equipment in order to remove the cars. And even if they did, they have no place to put the cars if they could tow them. So the second problem is poorly lined and signed parking lots. This usually comes about when a parking lot is old and hasn't been refreshed. Our solution is to contract with the private property owners to manage and regulate their parking lots based on their needs. How do we do this? Parking management for private properties. So we start by aligning and marking the parking lot, which includes fire lanes, visitor parking, handicap parking, reserved parking, and any other types of areas that they need to have marked with lines. And then we want to do after that is we want to create signage for these areas. Lastly, we can create parking permits, which we give to the owners of the residences and the businesses, and they can pass those out to residents and their customers, so that we as the tow truck drivers can identify which cars are supposed to be in which areas. That brings us to our number 2 service, which is private property impound towing. And that is just us towing those cars from those private properties to our impound lot and removing them from those properties so that we can free up those spaces. Competition. There are many tow companies, including Greenwood Towing, Vision Record Service, and Universal Towing. However, towing companies, as a general rule, do not offer parking management services, leaving us as the only company that would offer that. Also, many tow truck companies just don't want to be involved in the private property impound towing area. They stick to other areas of impound towing like police towing, or they stick to roadside service and insurance towing. That leaves this particular area underserved because they don't want to deal with irate, angry, and aggressive customers. Our revenue model includes our parking management services, which is on an a la carte basis. You choose what you need, as much as you need, depending on how large your lot is. And so that deals with the lining, the signage, and the parking permits. That is charged directly to the owners of the buildings or the businesses, as opposed to our towing services, which is charged directly to the owners of the cars which are towed at a rate of $350 per day per tow, and $15 per day for the storage fee after the first day. In a typical 30-day month with one truck, we hope to tow at least 300 cars. This is a very conservative number. And if we're able to do this, we will be able to bring in $105,000 of revenue per month. This is without even including the storage fee or the property or the parking management fee. Storage fees are rarely charged because many customers come to pick up their cars within the first 24 hours, and the parking management fee may not be charged on a monthly basis. Within our expenses, we have our lot rent, insurance premiums, fuel, employee pay, and maintenance, as well as miscellaneous, which brings us a total expense of about $46,900. That leaves us a net profit of approximately $58,100 before tax. That's about 55% of our revenue. Our startup costs will be approximately $57,500. This includes our tow truck cost of $45,000, impound lot deposit and lease, our business licenses, our insurance premiums, and miscellaneous costs. Our team is myself, Muhammad Al-Mahdi, the managing partner of the LLC, and our operations manager, Zaki Abdul Rahim, who has over 20 years experience in the towing and parking management industry. We'd like to start this business within the next 3 months. And our next step will be to find a suitable impound lot as well as purchase a tow truck. If we win the pitch contest, the prize money will be used for our startup costs. Now that we've come to the end, I'd like to open it up for questions for anyone who may want to add something about this venture.